we talked, I think we mentioned the flood here.
Uh-huh.
Was there anything else that you remember about that?
Oh, but actually the heavy rain started up in the hills north of town around the divide, which is over 1,000 feet higher than Colorado Springs. So by the time the water got down here, it was really a rushing river. And I remember Monument Creek at that time was a rather narrow creek bed. But it took everything that was in the way, like they washed the bridges out and took out trees and even some houses. So, of course, now the channel has been widened. But I think everybody here has that feeling when we have those hard rains, what's going to happen, down there, because that's, of course, one of the main streams that goes through Colorado Springs.
Was there a sound that you remember?
Oh, yes, it made a lot of noise.
During the flood?
Mm-hmm. Coming down, that rushing water, and then I remember seeing those bridges taken out. We, walked down from an area where it was pretty safe. And I still remember some of those trees and everything being washed away.
Do you remember, did you ever hear a story about a church that was destroyed during the flood?
Well, there was a little Swedish church, the first one, which was a little frame building down where Raintree Inn, or not, it's not Raintree now, it's Days Inn. And one of the old-timer friends of mine said that that's what happened to that little church, was washed away in the flood, but I'm just kind of guessing because that's what they had told me, so I'm really not sure. But that's reasonable because it was on that corner and then all of a sudden it wasn't, so it's probably what happened to it.
You didn't know anybody that lost their homes during the flood?
Yes, I have a friend she lived down by Dorchester Park, and I've talked to her many times. I said she should write this down. It's so interesting that her home there was washed away, and then I guess her mother had to climb in a tree because the water was rushing down. But no one lost their lives, but I guess it really destroyed their home.
And where did they live?